Hello and welcome to the Goals Lounge. Thank you for being with us today. And we're honored to be joined today by Mediha, whose powerful story of survival, resilience, and also this search for her missing family is at the heart of a new documentary, along with the filmmaker who's also with us today, Hasan Oswald, who spent 3 years bringing her story and her journey to the screen. So good to see you two again.
Yes.
And welcome to the UN. And before we start, let's set the scene with a trailer from your film.
مدفع أزسر قصة خرب بيفم أو كشكل وكم صعوبات ديتيني وكم زحمة ديتيني الدسيدة عشتها از ديمو ديم از الترسيد از عايشم از الترسم بس از تحاولين بس نترسم از بشمال نفسها خو لازمة أسهلها في مشاكلي ببينم تشتي بسري مهاتي أس نكارم بهتينكم خونا منا از بحريتها خو ببايبو لازم أزكوي خو بدم برايد خو إجدالا داكو بابد خو
بهزات الشالية بهزات المهرب
حق في جنة وكي مادة استخدام كرن فروض ناقودة أبا تجيني ديار أما خطأ ومصير مقبودة
نسبة بارزان ومع والدين من مصير موفقين منا أي أخبار عنه
إذا تشتيك ما بي خطاش متم تقصير نادن هذا كيبه مروب بالناس بغريب
We are in the heart of ISIS and pro-ISIS people.
يسير ما إيك مصيره
كأس تلفونا خو هلتقرم صورة الداعش دينا بشجابين أسد بشمخوا أزي يكيشوان ناسكم
هذا تغنياسي
ما حيبت كرا وقتي أزيج بعد عايش بقرقاي بس هبيدي حيبناكم أز السرفان موادي عارت بيفم أسهيفيتكم هناك حسامة بكن
Mediha, Hasan, congratulations on this powerful documentary, and congratulations on the amazing accolades that you've already received since it's been released, and I believe it's now in release and one can see it, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. But first I want to learn more about you, Mediha. This film introduces us to you not just as a survivor of ISIS captivity, but as a sister, a daughter, and someone who just refuses to stop searching for her missing family. And for those in the audience who are just meeting you through this trailer and through this documentary, through this conversation, can you tell us a little bit about who you were before ISIS and what carried you forward during this search for your family?
Thank you so much having me here, and then thank you so much you told me as a sister, as a mother. That was too much for me. So my life, it was normal back in my home, in my village in Iraq. And as a normal child, like 7, 9, 8 years old, living with my family, with my siblings. My life, it was very happy life. It was, and it was good life too. It was because I was only daughter in my family. That's why, and then I was older, like for my siblings. My siblings, they are younger than me, and then they are boys. They was boys, and then just me it was. So I always say my father, he was bestie for me. It was like whenever I was told him like give me like buy me something, toys, whatever. He was right away. He was going to buy it, and then like this, and then it
You were
was
spoiled.
yes. So it was happy life. It was good life. Yeah.
Until the worst thing possible could have happened.
Yeah. And then we escaped to mountain, and then we was have a Kia car, like we was have a little car, and then we like my auntie it was there, and then like all of the like people was in the mountain, and then we get have a lunch, and then after we get lunch, and then we saw like ISIS, come, and then they told us, if you have guns, and then if you have like cell phone, gold, like this stuff, but we was don't have nothing to this, and then do you like imagine like 9 months? Me and my parents we was together, and then they separate us, and then I cannot forget that time when they do like my father father hands, and then they bring him, and then it was like the worst thing in to see in my life, where I was 9 years old.
And
That
they
time,
took your dad away from
yeah,
you.
dad, and then my mom too, and yeah, it was horrible. Yeah.
Hasan, you found Mediha in a camp after she had managed to survive. What brought you to that camp, and who was the girl that you met?
So I had set out around 2019 to tell the story of the Yazidi people and the genocide which had happened to them about, at the time, 7 years, 8 years before. I was going to tell it through a more classic documentary lens than ultimately what you see on the screen, which turned out to be very collaborative. So we were embedded with the local rescue network that you see on the screen. And at the time, the working title of our film was The Missing. So it very much focused on this network of volunteers who were the last teams that were still looking for the, at the time, 3,000 missing Yazidis. We met Mediha. I met Mediha in the camp that I spent a lot of time in, and immediately I was taken by her presence, her charisma. A lot of the returning, most of the returning women and girls, when they come back, many of them are nonverbal, because of course they are, and it's very hard to elicit or collaborate with in any sense that would constitute a documentary film. And when we met Mediha, she was bubbly, already joking, interested in the cameras. I had been for years interested as well with the balance of power between filmmaker and participant, and forever it's been on the side, the power has been on the side of a filmmaker. And so I wanted to experiment with how to rebalance that. And so she seemed like just a perfect potential collaborator. So I handed off the camera, and she filmed her life in the camps and her healing from trauma. And the girl I met there, I always tell her, sitting in the corner of her camper the first day, is actually, very similar to the girl that's sitting here. She carries that same spark through the 5 years of filmmaking, the 5 years of knowing each other, 3.5 years of filmmaking. She maintained this spark throughout, despite obviously what she's been through, and despite the film ended and we see her in Iraq, but clearly she's not in Iraq anymore. And so the obstacle she's overcome since the film has wrapped, and since she sort of started this new life in New York, it's quite remarkable, and we're just so proud of her.
Well, I saw that one of the critics wrote that the camera changed your life, right? What did it feel like for you when Hasan handed over his camera, that you weren't the subject of his film, but you became empowered to be the filmmaker of your own story?
That's a good question. I heard this question a lot, but the only thing when I was using the camera and like this in the camp, and then I don't have therapy, and I don't have trust friends to tell my story, and then I told my story through the camera, and then that's why I told Hasan I want to do this. Hasan told me, Mediha, are you sure you want to do this, and then to share your story? I told him, I remember that I told you in Kurdistan we was doing like recording our movie or whatever, and so he told me, are you sure you want to do this? I said, it's my story. I want to share it because nobody heard about Yazidi people. I want to share my community and my people's story, and then I did. Yeah.
What family member were you still looking for?
My parents, my dad, and then my mom, and then my cousins, and then my cousins, like men and then women too. They are missing, and then my uncle's wife, she has a lot of family missing member. Yeah.
And in the film, which stories are we looking for? Which family members?
So we was looking for my mom. You saw it, right? When Hasan and then his team, they was looking for my mom, but unfortunately they didn't saw it because maybe it's not 100%. We say, I mean, it's like maybe 70%, 60%.
What does that mean, Hasan?
Yeah, so the mother has not been pronounced dead. Unfortunately, and part of the reason we made the film is to bring shed light on the fact that a lot of the search has ended for the missing Yazidis. There's no bodies. There has been some work done on the mass graves. So when she's saying, she's not 100% sure her mother is dead, and you'll see in the film there were a few leads. Unfortunately, since the film went out in 2024, there has been no update on her mother's case, just like there has been no update on the thousands of other missing Yazidis. And we won't spoil too much, but the film also it follows the search for her baby brother, which I won't say too much.
Don't
again.
say the ending,
Yes.
but I have to say, what struck me so much about the film was your ability to capture the humanity of your community, your voice. It was your own diaries, and. Did this, because you went through terrible trauma, did this help you, this whole process, in overcoming the horrors, the evil of what you went through?
I still I have, for my memory back, I have I cry, and then I remember my father, and then but the documentary helped me too, to be honest. But I've been through a lot, but not just I've been through a lot, not just only me. I have a lot of friends, they've been through more than me, and then we have like 3,000 girls, women, and they are still missing, and then maybe more than the 3,000, and then also the genocide is still going too, and then nobody help Yazidi women, and then girls, and then boys too. We have to talk about boys too, because my brother, they was so bad situation too.
Yes,
Yeah.
they didn't spare boys, they didn't spare
Yeah.
men like your father.
Yeah.
And they were committed the worst crimes against women and girls. And do you hope, Hasan, that this story might inspire, first of all, that the Yazidi story will never be forgotten, that the search for the missing doesn't end, and also that people just care about what happened in this horrific period of history?
Yeah, of course, that we set out to make this movie for that very reason. It had been almost, when the film came out, a decade since the genocide, and as Medea just said, the genocide actually hasn't ended. So it was a decade since the genocide happened. We wanted to kick the wheels on international justice. We want to bring recognition, reshine some semblance of the spotlight on the Yazidi cause, but also Medea is a unique and probably the most resilient person I've ever met. Her story, unfortunately, is not unique, and it is happening right now across the world. More Medihas, more Ghazwan, Barzan, her brother's names. So, of course, we set out to bring attention back to the Yazidi cause, but also we want to. There's this divide, viewers to cause or viewers to participants like Medea, where it's sort of easy to use naivety as an excuse for inaction. And so this film and other films that I've worked on and sort of what I set out to do as a filmmaker is to close that divide, to shorten that gap through amazing stories like Mediha, where we can see these large issues such as displacement, violence, gender violence, lack of accountability, lack of justice. We can see all of those things through just seemingly a coming-of-age tale in the foothills of Iraq through incredible characters or participants such as Mediha. So both things. We wanted to reshine the spotlight on the Yazidi cause, but also to sort of shorten that gap between the viewer and the fact that stories like Medea's are happening right now across the world.
They are, and Medea is, though, there is a happy end. She's here with us at United Nations headquarters. She's in New York City.
Yep.
You're getting your GED, which is, you're reclaiming your education that was stolen from you as well.
Yeah.
And you're about to graduate from high school.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels great, but at the same time, I'm sad. So I'm sad. I'm happy here, but my people is not happy there. So that's why I'm so sad. If I see the genocide is still going in my country and with my people, it doesn't matter if I living in the best life, and then I feel like same if the genocide is still going. So I really want to people support my people, and people know who we are, who the Yazidi people, because we have like lower number in the world Yazidi people, and then we don't tell the people you have to become Yazidi, and then we don't kill people, and then we are free culture. We are free, and then they are need help. They really need help. It's broken my heart, and then that's why I really want to people support my people, and then the camp is burning now, and people died in the camps. They burning, to be honest, and then it's too much. It's going on now, and then
Medea, you have come to the United Nations to speak about your people. You are helping your people. This film is helping your people.
Hopefully.
It is. Your talent is helping your people, and your spirit is connecting you, your people, to so many others who will support you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For coming here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Hasan,
Thank you for having us.
for helping to make this film. You made it together, and I hope it continues to travel and to reach hearts and minds and to change things
Thank you
for the
so
better.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.